What's happening, folks? Back with another reaction, back with some more Smashing Pumpkins. And we're back with the second tune on the second disc of their essentially double album, Mellon Collie and the Infinite Sadness, 1995. I had already reacted to, way back when I began reacting to Smashing Pumpkins, Where Boys Fear to Tread. So again, we're going to go to the second tune, which is called Bodies. I don't remember this by name. Once more, I had this album back in the mid-90s, so there is at least a possibility I'll recognize it in part. Nevertheless, Bodies, it's an intense term because you're talking about something which can be animated or full of life, but which in its current configuration isn't. Now, you might not literally be referring to human carcasses, if you will, but ultimately, bodies, it does immediately make you think of a lifeless a corpse, something that is, it has the potential for movement and conscious deliberation, but which in its current configuration is just dead. So I wonder what bodies we're talking about. I wonder in what context they exist, and what the overall notion of the concept is. So let's find out. This is Bodies by Smashing Pumpkins, 1995, Mellon Collie and the Infinite Sadness. Left, right, I didn't remember that one, but sonically that might be my favorite so far. At least, you know, I think Bullet with Butterfly Wings may always like hold a special place in terms of the way I view this album, but this one is on the same level. Like, really enjoyed the audacity of the opening, but you knew it was going to roll in heavy and hard, and it did exactly that. I think this is the hardest I've ever heard Billy sing, like vocally, like in terms of you know, going to that scream level. That really was intense. So big shout out to him as well vocally. And yeah, I don't know. It does sound like we're talking about, there were that line about, you know, bodies everywhere, the casualties of people's affairs. So I feel like it might be the way, you know, people come together, love, sex, maybe both, but at some point, you know, they move on, or someone cuts it off, or, you know, it turns volatile and, you know, like very problematic. And so the, you know, the losers, or the like casualties of this situation, are strewn about in someone's wake as they go through their series of relationships. And perhaps you know, it's about recognition of that. Perhaps it's about not wanting to be part of that, but, you know, not being able to find something that doesn't turn into a dead body. Which, again, I like the idea of. It sounds like it was playing on words a bit, like nobody's like what was it, like you? I forget exactly what the line was, but it sounded like it was not just bodies, BODIES, but like bodies, like BODY apostrophe S. So maybe it was playing on, you know, the homonym, if you will. Either way, sonically, one of my favorites. The drums, like, really fantastic. Just the layering of it. The guitars just driving with that distorted fury forward the whole time. So really top tune. Again, I think it was panning left and right. There was a moment where I literally thought like the right side of my speakers like had conked out, which occasionally happens when the bass is really strong. It like actually like shakes it out. So I thought that might have happened, but it didn't. I think it was just panning briefly, and it did it again later too. So bottom line, really top tune. Excited to go through the second album, which, you know, even historically, the small degree to which I remember going through this album, I remember the first album more than the second. So the second album should be a good journey as well. Let me know what you think. I will see you next time. Peace.